the most bet on props of the day. Shohei Ohtani over 6.5 strikeouts. Ohtani to hit a homer. Vladdy to hit a homer. Ohtani under outs and Ohtani under total bases. So nobody has any faith in Shohei Ohtani tonight. The only thing that stinks is that obviously they don't like to throw to him, so that sucks. Let me just tweet out prop queen edges in NBA and World Series now. Yeah, it stinks that they don't throw to him because in 4 of the 6 games where Shohei Ohtani has pitched at home this year, at least 2 innings, he's driven in a run. 4 of the 6. So an RBI for Shohei Ohtani right now is sitting at plus 150. But of course, he has to have a chance to hit the baseball. That's the problem. And I don't know if we're going to get a shot at Shohei Ohtani hitting a baseball with anyone on runners in scoring position. The fishy line of the day is Bieber under 2.5 walks for K325. That's my fishy prop line of the day. I don't understand how this is 2.5. It's too high. Bieber's never hit over 2.5. In fact, even though a lot of recent pitchers against the Dodgers have gone over their walks prop, it's been 1.5, not 2.5. Is Bieber going to stay in the game so long that he's going to walk 3 batters? That number was fishy to me because everything, I'll show it to you on props.cash, everything indicates that this number should be 1.5 for Shane Bieber tonight. So I'm really not understanding. Let me just pull it up real quick. No. Why? Okay. Bieber walks. So look at Shane Bieber's numbers this year. Why aren't they popping up? Come on. Oh, that's why. I didn't check anything. Walks. Now my computer's not working. Look at this. Look at all that red. All these unders 2.5 for Shane Bieber this year. 2025. All under 2.5. So why is this number 2.5? It's fishy. Honestly, as much as I want to take the under, I feel like the only chance is to take the over. Like, this 2.5 number, and look, it's juiced to minus 120 to the under, rightfully so, but this makes no sense. Fishy line. Absolute fishy line for the booking Shane Bieber at 2.5 walks. Gosh, that's so crazy. Unless we're counting in that we're going to intentionally walk Shohei Ohtani. Are you just going to keep walking Ohtani? So that's 2 walks right there because you're going to face him twice. That's what I don't understand. So yeah, I would say, I guess, stay away from that one. Andres Gimenez over 0.5 hit run in RBI. So look at this. Underrated of the day. Gimenez. So Gimenez has a lot of green. And when you look at his head-to-head, look at all those games against the Dodgers that Gimenez has gone over his hits, runs, and RBI. 5 of the 6. And if you look at him in his last 10 road playoff games, 4 of the last 5 have gone over too. So Andres Gimenez to me is the underrated play of today. You could also look to Mookie Betts, who did not have a good day yesterday. And we all know that when Mookie doesn't have a good day the day before, he should have a good day after. At home in the playoffs through the last 10. Look at that. Mookie's had at least 2 hits, runs, and RBI in every game except yesterday. So do we go back to the well? Do we go back to the well? I feel like we do. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI for Mookie. And he has pretty good numbers against Toronto. He's gone over against Toronto in 6 of 9 games dating back to the start of last year, averaging just under 3 hits, runs, and RBI. You could look to Mookie Betts as well. What was the other one I had? Oh, no, that was it. Okay. So, yeah. So, those are the MLB plays that stood out to me today for the World Series. NBA props to look at today. This is the one that I think I'm talking myself out of. Kelly Oubre over PRA. Lewis, he's hurt. We don't know for sure what's going on with Springer yet. I don't know if he was in the lineup or not. I think they were still evaluating him last I saw. I could double check that, or someone in the chat if you want to check it. George Springer, though, the last I saw, they weren't sure if he was going to go. I'll look again. George Springer, he's hour to hour, the manager of the Jays, John Schneider, says. They're still deciding if he will start or be on the bench, but it doesn't sound like there will be a move today. He's in doubt. Likely to stay on the roster, but in doubt for, hour to hour. He hurt his right side, George Springer. Props.cash was a huge help in getting a lot of these NBA trends. And one of the ones that I literally threw this into my prize picks lineup today, but I am a little worried about the Kelly Oubre number just because he's had back-to-back really great games, and I feel like all good things must come to an end. But Kelly Oubre has done very well. I'll show you guys some of the Kelly Oubre numbers without Alex Caruso. Hold on. So Kelly Oubre without, Alex Caruso. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Paul George. It's I'm looking at for who was it? Lou Dort without Alex Caruso, because I'm debating now between Lou Dort and Kelly Oubre over their either PRA or points. So Kelly Oubre without Paul George has done really well. I'll show you the props.cash. I am not doing good with technology today. NBA, PRA. Without Paul George, dating back to last year, Kelly Oubre has gone over in 73% of games without Paul George, his points, rebounds, and assists. And he's getting a Washington Wizards team that is so bad. The Wizards are allowing like the top 10 most points, rebounds, and assists per game to their opponents. Without PG on the second leg of a back-to-back last year, Oubre went over in all 4 games with at least 24. So you don't like it. That makes me sad. What's the chat saying about the NBA? Yeah. Oh, good call, by the way, on Will Smith. Good call on that. See, I don't really love the Kelly Oubre thing now, and I put it in my prize picks lineup, but now I'm thinking of swapping it out for Lou Dort, because Lou Dort without Caruso and without Chet, because Chet is out tonight, he's done very well. I'll show you Lou Dort. Lou Dort without Chet and without, where's Caruso? The hell? Come on. And without Caruso last year, and then that game is, where are we? At home. Wait, that should have been better. Maybe it's the back-to-back. Now I'm confused. What the hell? Oh, that's PRA. Duh. Okay, now that makes a little more sense. I was so confused for a minute. Sorry. Let's get back to Caruso being out. There we go. There's more green. Gosh, I was like, what did I do? Lou Dort without Alex Caruso and without Chet Holmgren. At home, and then I think I did back-to-back as well. His back-to-back numbers at home, even without worrying about Alex Caruso and Chet, were pretty good also. I was trying to figure out who does well on back-to-backs. And Lou Dort did pretty okay last year on second legs of back-to-back. 75% went over his 9.5 points, and he could shoot the 3. He can shoot the 3, though. He just has to be on. If he's on, then he shoots 3. So here's the thing. Lou Dort has not gone over 9.5 points yet this year, right? At all. All 4 went under. But guess what? His prop's 9.5. His number should be then at least 6.5, right? Like if you're looking at the numbers for Lu Dort points, his number should be 6.5, but it's 9.5. He's also got a good matchup tonight going up against a Kings team that has allowed for all three shooting guards that they've faced to go over their points prop. And you got Dort like in more of that guard role. So I would go Lu Dort over 9.5 points. Another one. Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds plus assists is one of my favorite plays of the day because not only do I like it, Trinity Analytics, Jared Block, messaged me today and he was like, I love Bam over rebounds and assists. And I was like, I love Bam over rebounds plus assists. I'll show you Bam on props.cash. Bam Adebayo. So Bam Adebayo, when he... I have so many tabs open right now, so spare me some... Give me a little grace. So Bam Adebayo without Tyler Hero. Let's go 2024, 2025. Without Tyler Hero. Oh, wait, I have to go to rebounds plus assists. You guys are seeing this, right? Yeah, okay. Bam in 4 games without Tyler Hero last year went over his rebounds plus assists in 3 of 4 games. In 5 of his last 6 games against Charlotte, head-to-head, Bam went over in 5 of his last 6 games against the Charlotte Hornets. And remember, Bam's from North Carolina, so this is like being back at home. 3 of the last 5 power forwards went over their rebounds plus assist prop against the Hornets this year. And remember, he takes on more of like a power forward role that went Khalil Ware on the floor. So Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds plus assists is another play that I like tonight. The only thing that I was... So if you saw the newsletter and then you see this graphic, LaMelo Ball, he actually has not had very good numbers when he's been on the road against Miami. All 3 of those games went under. They are a bit bigger, so it might be a little bit harder for him to drive in the paint against the Heat. I would just be careful of the LaMelo Ball number tonight. I know it's juiced to the over, but those games against Miami aren't great. This season, 2 of 3 went over. He's had 2 very big games back-to-back, facing a Washington team that stinks. Melo's always on fire, but I'm just saying he's getting a much tougher matchup than he had against Philly, who has basically no Embiid yet, 20 minute restriction. And I just got an update on Embiid for tonight. He's remaining around 20 minutes. So, but anyway, Philly doesn't have their big man. Washington certainly doesn't really have anyone to like protect the paint. So LaMelo going up against 2 bigs like Bam Adebayo and Khalil Ware, it's going to be much tougher in the paint for him tonight. That's why he struggles against the Heat. So I would be very weary of LaMelo Ball props tonight. Giannis is scary. I'll give it to you. Giannis is very scary. But Giannis's numbers against the New York Knicks are not good either. This is all a matchup thing. But it's very hard to bet anything Milwaukee right now because we're just seeing the sample size of him and Miles Turner. But Giannis has gone over 30.5 points in all 3 games. So why is it just 30.5 points? And I think earlier, yeah, it was 31.5. So now Giannis dropped from 31.5 to 30.5. He's gone over that in all 3 games this year. But then look at the head-to-head against the Knicks. Look at all that red on props.cash for Giannis against the Knicks. And look at him against Karl-Anthony Towns. In games with Karl-Anthony Towns, let's say his last, 10 games, last 20 games, last 10 games against Karl-Anthony Towns, going back to even when Cat was in Minnesota, 4 of 5 went under for Giannis. Just saying. I think this is where Giannis's points come to an end tonight against the New York Knicks. And then it's Josh Hart, who's going up against a Milwaukee Bucks team, of course, but now Miles Turner's over there. And remember how much Josh Hart dominated the boards against the Pacers in the playoffs last year, right? And Josh Hart, let's see. Josh Hart rebounds. I just want to make sure I get all the settings right that I did earlier today. So against Milwaukee, he's gone over 7.5 rebounds in. Oh, that was with Cat. That's weird. He's gone over 5, 6 of the last 8 when going up against Milwaukee. And that's not even including Miles Turner. But we know that he dominated on the floor against Indiana without Miles Turner on the boards. So Hart's gone over in 6 of the last 8 against Milwaukee, averaging 8.5 rebounds a game. 3 of the last 4 games in Milwaukee, he averaged 9 rebounds a game. Look, away. Averaged 9 rebounds a game. Milwaukee has allowed the 9th most rebounds per game this year, with 6 of the last 9 shooting guards to face the Bucks going over their rebounds prop. So you can definitely take a look at the Josh Hart over on rebounds tonight. And then I mentioned Lu Dort already, Draymond, and Kuminga. I'm going to be fading Kuminga tonight. He came off a great game yesterday, and everyone's on Kuminga tonight. But Kuminga, he after putting up 25 last night, they're on the second leg of a back-to-back. He went under 16.5 points in 5 of 6 home games on the second leg of a back-to-back last year. Went under in 5 of 7 against the Clippers since 2023. So I'm going to go under on Kuminga tonight. And as for Draymond Green, he's gone under 11.5 rebounds plus assists in 3 of the 4 games against the Clippers dating back to last year, with 4 of 6 going under at home on a second leg of a back-to-back. The Warriors are on the second leg of a back-to-back tonight. So be very careful of the Warriors offensively, and then be careful of the Warriors defensively, because that back-to-back with some old men on that team might be trouble. I'm going to end the show a little bit early today. I'm very tired, but we've got Royal Locks of the Day, sponsored by Pickett Sports. Royal Locks. Royal Locks of the Day, brought to you by Pickett. And I do actually have, for the first time, I meant to do this earlier, because just to help explain a little bit of what Pickett is, because I asked my Pickett people, I was like, hey, can I have a little ad read? So Royal Locks of the Day, brought to you by Pickett Sports, is the ultimate sports betting tracker and social network that brings you all your bets and friends to one seamless experience. You can effortlessly, oh my God, I can't speak. Effortlessly track your bets, engage with the community, shop for the best odds, analyze your performance, and much more. So download Pickett today from the App Store, Google Play, and take control of your sports betting experience, and use promo code PropQueen when you sign up for Pickett Sports. These are the Royal Locks of the Day. Best bets. Bam Adebayo over 13.5 rebounds plus assists is one of my favorite plays of the day. Bam's hit this over in 2 of 3 at home without Tyler Hero. 10, 16, and 17 rebounds plus assists. In 5 of the last 6 games against Charlotte, dating back to 2023, Bam's averaging just under 16 rebounds plus assists. And with Bam taking on more of a power forward role with Ware on the floor, 3 of the 5 power forwards to go against the Hornets have gone over their rebounds plus assists prop. And we know the Hornets defensively have struggled in the past. The other one's Josh Hart over 7.5 rebounds. He's gone over in 6 of the last 8 against Milwaukee, averaging 8.5 rebounds a game. Averaged 9 rebounds a game in Milwaukee in 3 of the last 4. Milwaukee's allowed the 9th most rebounds per game this year. Shooting guards have had a lot of success on the boards. And Miles Turner, I don't care. Josh Hart dominated him in the playoffs against Indiana last season. So we're going to go Josh Hart over 7.5 rebounds tonight.